Hey guys, welcome back to the Friday Vlog, where we discuss activity that goes on here with the BuzWeaver channel. That includes things like current events, headlines that are in the news, pop culture, social media, technology, and items of interest that come up during the week that allow us to have a little bit of a dialogue. I want to thank all you guys across BitChute, Rumble, Odyssey, all of New Tech, as well as everyone here on YouTube for your guys' continued support.
We start things off from Newsweek. Walmart faces MAGA boycott after Heiress funds No Kings ad. Now, you may have seen the video I made earlier this week involving the No King Day from Axios, and we'll get to that here shortly. Walmart heiress Christy Walton is facing backlash, and Walmart is facing some calls for a boycott from Trump supporters after placing a full-page ad in the New York Times urging Americans to attend town halls and engage in civic discourse. Oh, is that what they're calling it now? Civic discourse, of course. While the No King's Day ad did not mention President Donald Trump by name, its emphasis on values like honoring commitments to allies, defending against dictators, and respecting trade partners was widely interpreted as a critique of Trump's foreign policy and AmericaFirst agenda. Really? You were able to figure all that out on your own there in Newsweek? A spokesperson for Walmart told Newsweek the advertisement from Christy Walton are in no way connected to or endorsed by Walmart. She does not serve as on the board or play any role in decision making at Walmart. So she's actually the daughter-in-law of Sam Walton. I'm sorry. She's the daughter-in-law of Sam Walton. So in other words, she married one of Sam's sons, obviously making her daughter-in-law. But it is interesting, is it not, that this is actually unfolding. There she is right here. Christy Walton funded an anti-Trump ad. And of course, we know what it's for. I mean, it's just not like some big mystery. And the ad run on the No Kings movement calls on Americans to mobilize on Saturday, Flag Day, and Trump's birthday in order to reject authoritarianism. Not to be confused with what Joe Biden was doing during COVID, where he said, get the shot or everyone will be fired. So just so people can get the clear distinction here. So there any additional information here, and as we said earlier this week, it is in reference to Donald Trump celebrating the 250th birthday of the Army, Flag Day, as well as his birthday, which coincides with that. And we're finding out some interesting information across the board when it pertains to this, because it's not a mystery that we know that oftentimes a lot of these agitators are paid. Now, I don't necessarily take people in videos' word for it, but here we have from MJT, or MJ Truth Ultra. Paid protesters come forward stating that No Kings is paying them hundreds of dollars per day to protest ICE, providing bricks and Molotov cocktails. That's quite extraordinary. Well, as they said there, it was supposed to be civic, right? It's supposed to be a civic protest, right? Wasn't that the wording they said there? Yeah, it's supposed to be a civic discourse. So what's all this other nonsense, right? Unless it's relating to just what's going on there in California. President Trump says anybody who protests the military parade on Saturday, June 14th will be met with very heavy force. Now, that's going to be in D.C., but the protest, as it were, or whatever they're doing across the states for No Kings is actually, let's see. Yeah, it's across the United States during the parade. In other words, as I understand it, there's some networks that aren't even going to cover the parade. They're just going to cover the regular sporting events or whatever there is they're doing. But earlier this week, we did cover this here from Axios. Talks about some of the cities and what's going on. No Kings is a nationwide day of defiance. Of course, they're in just a state of agitation, irritation, and nuisance creation. And we see that also in California, where things were getting obviously heated up over the weekend and so forth, and Trump having to call in the National Guard and so forth, because it's just, as Tim was saying, I think the Democrats are waiting for their George Floyd moment. They are waiting for an opportunity for them to be able to, hang their hat on something that they can exaggerate and sensationalize and demonize Trump about. And we're going to talk about that earlier today, because as of this recording, it is Thursday, June the 12th. And we're going to talk about Alex Padilla, the senator from California that burst into the Kristi Noem press conference. So we're going to talk about that. Of course, as you're listening to this now, it will already be Friday, but it would be yesterday's video. But nonetheless, I'm going to be talking about that as well. But you guys let me know down in the comments below, is your city preparing for No King's Day? This is supposed to be across the U.S., and so if you see your city or area here on the map, then obviously there are going to be protests there. But it's hard to say how many people will actually be attending or how many people will be showing up or what all will be going on. But it will be interesting to see, because you had all that going on in California. So the media may focus on that. Of course, they will, of course, focus on what all is going on in other states because they need to make this big pile-on against Trump, right? They always have to go the popular route, right? Popularity and influence route, which is their currency. So, of course, this is why they got very angry when Trump won the popular vote, because they're all about popularity, right? This is one of their currencies that they use to manipulate others and say that they have a mandate. But nonetheless, guys, let me know down in the comments section what your guys' thoughts are on this No King's Day. And I made a little image, a little graphic here. Used AI to make Donald Trump here, and then I did the rest on my own. And this was what I posted on TikTok. And I'll put it across my social media here shortly. So if you haven't already, of course, you can find those various social media links down below. But that's what I had for you guys this Friday.
All right, guys. So that's going to wrap it up for this Friday vlog. Thank you for the likes, the shares, and the comments. Below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to, as well as my affiliate marketing. So if you order frequently from Amazon or a Prime member, you can use my landing page link. It helps out the channel and your privacy is protected. And speaking of privacy while you're online, my favorite VPN trust zone is right down there. Gets you straight to the point, gets you in the action. No fuss, no bloat. Gotta love it. Nonetheless, guys, thank you so much. All of you on New Tech, BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey for your guys' continued support. And everyone here on YouTube, I appreciate it. It's been an amazing 2025 and getting even more amazing. And of course, we all talked about how things would get amplified, and they seem to be doing just that. But nonetheless, I think in the end, it will all work out for us. But nonetheless, guys, thank you so much. Appearing there on the screen, that'd be the channel icon. You guys can click on to subscribe, as well as select notifications. That way you'll know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys right there behind the Galaxy phone camera next week.